You are leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table just because of these simple tiny mistakes. Leave them and you'll keep losing money on a frequent basis. But if you solve them in the exact way that I'm going to show you right now, then you're going to see an increase of conversion rate in your emails like never before. So I'm going to break it down one by one using different emails so that you can see exactly how this goes down, right? So first of all is, as you can see from this email, the subject line is great. They have the design, everything is good. But here's the thing. When you're including images in your email, do not include a whole lot of images because this will just lead you to directly go to spam. All your emails will be going to spam just because you have a whole lot of images in there. And the image is not something important. The message that you're conveying or the message that you're giving to people, that's exactly what is important, right? So images is just to create some sort of connection, showing them that they are talking or what they are reading is from another human being. So it's like a human to human connection, right? So adding an image is not a fault. It's not something wrong, but if you want to get more conversions, you have to reduce the number of images that you put or limit the number of images that you put in your emails. The second thing is the number of links that are in your email, right? So you have to also limit the number of links that are in your email because this will also keep your email in trouble with the spam filters. So for you to avoid all the spam filters, right, what you need to do is limit the number of links in there, and you should just make have one link in your email, which is the call to action, right? It can be directly on top whenever you're starting your email or something like that, or it can be at the end, right? And it has to be very visible, right? You can use a button or you can use just a normal link. Just make it really visible that someone can know exactly that this is a link, right? Adding a whole lot of links just like this one, right, it just gets you in trouble with spam filters and email service providers such as Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, and other service providers, right? So this is a link, this is a link, this is a link, all these three are links. The unsubscribe button is a link, this one is also a link, and this one is also a link. So whenever you add more links in your email, the more you're getting in trouble with these spam filters. The third thing is the structure of the whole email. Now the structure of the whole email actually depends on your target audience and how you represent your brand, right? So according to this brand, short emails is what actually works for them really well, and that's what they keep sending over and over again. So according to you, what does your audience actually want? What type of structure does your email carry that represents your brand really great, right? So them is the red. They just add images and the button and stuff like that. They have codes sometimes and stuff like that, and it really works for them and it gets them a bunch of more sales, right? They get a whole lot of conversions. But what about you? How do you send your emails? Are they long emails? Are they short emails? What do your audience really like? You have to split test that so that you can really understand and niche down exactly what your audience should know or should like, so that you can get more conversions, right? And the last thing is the unsubscribe rate. Now the unsubscribe rate, you have to include the unsubscribe button in every of your email. They do that really well in each and every email, because the unsubscribe rate, if you do not include it, then most people are just going to mark you as spam. So you do not want that. Instead, it's better to have a whole lot of people unsubscribe from your list more than having people who keeps all your emails, sending all your emails to spam and marking all your emails as a spam, because they will endanger your sender reputation, and your domain will be might be blocked if they keep doing that. So if you want your domain to be blocked and you're getting zero sales, then do not include the unsubscribe rate, but you should include it, right? Okay, now down to the second email, which is this one. Now this email is actually not e-commerce and design oriented as the last one that we watched or we went through, but for this one is actually really specific, because this is actually like the storytelling email, providing type of value email, building credibility email, and I'm going to tell you exactly how that works. So in this email, let's read it. I wrote a post the other day about going out with my wife and daughter. I came back to 5k plus in my bank account, and it was the third consecutive time this happened. It's not so much the money, even though that is absolutely wild, but the fact that I was away, sure, it took a long time to accumulate, blah 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 blah. So right here in this email, what he does is that he builds one, credibility, right, the kind of authority, showing them that proof of how he did stuff and stuff like that. Two, he provides value, showing them exactly how he did something, got the results, and provide the exact step-by-step process, right? If they want, if the audience wants to know more, then they should do A, B, C, and D, right? And this is the exact way that you can use in your own emails, right? You can use the storytelling formula where you tell them a story about something and tell them if they want maybe about your client or about you probably, and tell them if they want to get the same kind of results, then they should go maybe in your program, maybe in your community, or join something, right? Or buy your offer, something like that, right? That now depends, or you can just build credibility from it, just telling them exactly what went wrong and what went right, and how exactly they can do the same, right, to get the similar results as you got, right? So it's just that that's simple, right? Including the unsubscribe button, as I said, is really important. So he includes it right there. tell them exactly where he's staying to build more credibility. Including your own image in the email is also important because it builds that kind of connection, with your audience, showing them that there is another person behind the email or someone who sent the email. You understand? Yeah, so that's the second email. Third email, as you can see, it's pretty short, right? And it's really great, and I'm going to tell you exactly why this kind of emails actually work if you are running a sell campaign on your emails and stuff like that, right? So this one is really great because the subject line is LinkedIn AI second brain. That's fast. And the call to action is calling out through the same thing. So build your LinkedIn AI second brain. So if someone would click onto this email because they were interested about the subject line, right, they are more likely to click on the link down here. And this is something that you can do, right? Because it's the same thing. LinkedIn AI second brain. They might not read this even if it's short, but most people will read it because it's actually short. There's nothing about this email that is pretty long like the other emails that we have read, right? The second email, not the first one. But also what makes it work is because it's direct to the point, right? It's telling them exactly what they're gonna get and how exactly. If you want to build yours, then go and build it out. And it's really simple. So hey legend, last one from me on this: build your LinkedIn closes tonight. Tomorrow morning we kick off day one with blah blah blah. If you have been waiting, this is it. Apple tonight, apply tonight, get approved, you are in. Match GPT before bed, cognitive profile, blah blah blah. Either is fine, just don't sit on the fence forever. Let's call, blah. Cheers, man. Easy, simple, direct to the point. If you want to get in, this is exactly how. As you can see right here, also there is to manage their subscription, so it's very important for you to include the unsubscribe button at the end of your email always, right? And notice that you see exactly the same patterns coming up over and over again through all these emails, right? Like it's some kind of pattern where how the emails are structured, how exactly the links are inserted in the email, how exactly people use the emails to get more sales and conversions, right? But here's the problem, right? Most of them get it wrong, and this is exactly what we're going to break down. So in this fourth email, what I want to break down is show you exactly why this email might work and why not, it might not work. So first of all, it's like we have score stoppers, right? If your email is actually long and you know that probably you write long emails, then including score stoppers is really important. Now, what are score stoppers? Score stoppers are something like this in the middle of the email, and this actually helps for the schemas, right? So there are people who open the email and not read the email all over, so what they do is just scroll down to the bottom, but they will see this one as a huge text more than the other one. It's highlighted, so they will stop to read it. And when they stop to read it, and this is meant to pull them inside the email, so it's meant to pull them inside the email so that they can consume the email and finish the email. So this is why they're called score stoppers, and we input them in the mid, not even in the middle, like whenever we write a little bit, we input it there so that they can just read the whole email, right? If it's a long email. And usually this is one about maybe storytelling emails. We can use them in that, or we can use them and while we are trying to provide value. It depends, right? It depends. Whatever we're running for, it depends. Plus, we should also include the PS section in whatever you have to do, because this is the part that most people actually read, and this is the most part. If you do not have this, and probably even if you have one, then yeah, it's also important to include the PS section. This is one of the most section that most people read, right? Most people will just scroll down, read the PS section out. So if you want to get more conversions, you can also include your offer in the PS section, right? Plus the unsubscribe rate, again, it's really important where exactly you're located, so that you can build some kind of authority, some kind of proof that you guys actually exist, right? And do not have a whole lot of links in your email. You can have one in the top section of your email and another one in the bottom section of your email, and in the PS section, 3 links maximum. For the minimum one is just 1 link. Easy, right? Or you can have none if you're providing value through your email. So that's all. Let me know what resonated with you, what you liked from this video. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will break down more if you want me to break down each and every day emails like this one, right? And tell you exactly what gives you more conversions in your email, right? So that's all. I hope you find value. See you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe, and peace out.